Michael's in Salem, Oregon. Hi, Michael. Welcome to the show. How can we help?
Hi, Dave. How you doing?
Better than I deserve, man. What's up?
Awesome. So I work for a father and son company, me being the son in it. And I was kind of wondering, do you have any tips or advice on hiring our first employee? And I was also going to ask, is it NDA or non-complete viable? Is that a good option? Or
What do you do?
we're a graphic design and vehicle wrap kind of company, so we do anything advertising for our clients, apparel, etc. In that sense.
Okay. Well, getting into your business is tough, so I don't know why someone would be a big threat to leave you and be in a competitive situation. And really, they wouldn't take anything with them except just their two hands.
Yeah. The problem is a lot of times we've kind of have it happen to us in the past and get burnt. They're going to take the knowledge and like the research into where we get our supplies, our kind of pricing behind the scenes, etc. And then it just creates and breeds competition if you're not really smart about it.
Well, yeah, you could have a simple 2-page contract or something drawn up that just says there's proprietary processes and vendor contacts and customer contacts that you can't take with you. And if you do, we will shut you down. That you're invalid. That's not even a non-compete. That's just there's proprietary things. We do that here in a very general sense. We're not as strict as what you're talking about, but there's some just basic interest. I mean, you can't steal a customer list. That's illegal. I mean, even without a contract, you can enforce that in any state, as an example. And I've had that happen a couple of times, and I just have to call them up and go, you can't do that. And then they don't. Sometimes people are just dumb and they don't realize it. But that's the thing. The other thing is you fix a lot of this on the hire when you're hiring. And John, let's talk about screening in the hiring process. I think that makes a big difference.
Yeah, that's a huge difference. Is you get to know the person that you're hiring, you get to know their character, you get to know what their skill set is. I go back to that old Zig Ziglar quote, the only thing worse than training somebody and having them leave is not training them and having them stay. And so I want to find somebody that I can trust and really train well and give them all the insights there. And then you and your family are going to have to really be intentional about the dynamic between you and your dad and bringing in a third, like a new person, right, who's not a family member. That's going to be a whole different ball of wax. But yeah, you've got to have somebody that you trust, that you put through the ringer in skills and character and what they think about things. Do you like being around them? That's a big thing. Like, are we going to get along here? It just changes the dynamic of your business.
Yeah, it's a small business by definition, so there's a lot. You're going to be in the proximity with them all the time, and there's nothing illegal or wrong with saying, I don't want to hang out with this person all day. Yeah. I mean, they may be good at their job, but But in our culture today, we've deteriorated in the hiring process to think if we just hire someone to do the job, that's the only responsibility we have, and it's just the very minimum.
Right.
You got to do a whole lot more than that. Around here, we call it, are they a culture fit? And we don't lose people very often for not being able to do their job, but we do lose some folks that aren't culture fits. Meaning they don't want to be around us, we don't want to be around them. Yeah. And so one of us makes the decision in that process and go, bye-bye. And so, yeah, you do all that. You love them all. The thing I would tell you to do in order to get the right people in the building is the number one mistake people make as they first start adding to their team is they don't take enough time. I want you to interview them a minimum of 4 times, preferably 6. And that sounds laborious. It sounds over the top. But I tell you what, about that 5th interview, sitting on the back porch somewhere with a cup of coffee, they'll say something, you go, not doing that. And, because people can dress up and say stuff for about 2 or 3 interviews, anything that make you happy. But you just keep hanging out with them a little bit. Eventually, if there's something crazy going on, they'll reveal they're crazy.
And you'll reveal yours, and let's be real clear about that. You and your dad have a special kind of weird that how y'all interact, what y'all think's funny, what you think. Someone's going to have to want to spend time with y'all. So I think that those interviews go both ways, right?
I never thought of that because I just thought everybody'd want to be around me. Except, it's the narcissism
There
thing.
you go.
There
you
it
go.
is.
There
Okay.
you go. But
No, you're right. I mean, Ramsey's not for everybody.
It's not, and that's okay. I'm still love you.
I'm really okay with it.
Yeah.
Unbelievably okay with it.
There's a lot of jobs that we can do. You do the skill, have the skill set for, but we're not going to like hanging out with each other every single day, 8 hours, 10 hours, working late nights, finishing projects together, and that's okay. It's part of the fit conversation. I think you and your dad need to sit down and have a conversation about what are we looking for, what skill set do we need, what ways can we train this person over time, what responsibilities they want to take from us, and you and I, we may yell at each other, we may cold shoulder each other. Let's be honest about that when we bring somebody in.
Yeah.
About the work environment. Y'all, and when I came here, y'all were honest about the work environment. This is how we solve
talked
problems.
about what it is like here.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot.
Yeah.
We talk about it a lot.
That's right.
Because we want you to self-select out if you think we're weird. Mm-hmm. And we are kind of weird.
And there's enough meetings that I got to see some of it live, right?
Yeah.
I got to see some of the disagreements or this, and I think and I got to see it, how it happens, and I think those are healthy.
Yeah, it's how to have a good argument. And so last thing is this. If you're going to grow your business and you're going to add to your team, two things are going to happen over time. One is it's going to be the most rewarding part of running a business, is having high-quality people in your life walking alongside you, causing your dream to happen, and it becomes their dream. And it's soul-enriching, and it's awesome. The second thing that's going to happen is some people are going to betray you, they're going to lie about you, they're going to cheat, and they're going to break your heart. And you better get ready for both, and you better enjoy the ride, baby, because both are going to happen if you hire more than one person. If you hire one person, you're going to get one or the other, but we don't know which. But you just keep it up. I mean, I got some of my best friends on the planet, some of the highest quality human beings I know work on this team.
Yeah.
And some of the biggest jerks on the planet that, man, oh man, I could just go off on, used to work here. And, oh man, and it just breaks your heart. And some of them I'm not angry with, but it just make you kind of want to throw up a little bit, that I put money into that, and I've poured my life into that. And it's just that's part of what it is. But hey, it's the joy of doing. Your other options: stay home, do nothing. No, thank you.
Right.
Let's bring it, man. Game on.
Yeah.
It's it's enriching. It's kind of like I guess the rest of things in life. You just embrace the good, and there's never 100% pure awesomeness with anything.
No, you need that pain side to balance out the pleasure side of the teeter-totter there.
That way you know what it is.
When you hired your first employee here at what is really a large family business, was that strange? Was that weird?
Very weird. Very weird. But he stayed 20 years.
Yeah.
So I did pretty good on the first.
Yeah.
The second one stayed 45 days.
Swing and a miss.
Yep. I was so good at it, I thought I could do it again.
Of course.
But, and the third one stayed, that took her place 2 years or 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is pretty good. And we're still friends.
Yeah.
Wonderful. And by the way, I'm friends with all three of those.
Yeah. But I can imagine the first hire when you have a family business, it would feel really personal. Because you're taking my name, you're taking the thing that I've built from nothing. I don't know. It feels like it'd feel more personal to me.
Yeah, I guess. But I think if you own the business, well, that makes it a family business, I guess, instantly. Yeah, it's just, ours has got our name on it, like in the spotlight and stuff, so that's even weirder.
Yeah.
But if he owns a sign company or a graphics company for putting wraps on cars and stuff, but it's his baby. It's got his name on it.
Yeah.
And them screwing up, mess up his personal reputation at church.
Yeah.
That stuff, that's real. That's very real.
So just know it's going to be weird.
Yeah.
Just know it's going to be weird.
It's part of the joy of the whole process, man. Have fun with it.